Amore Pizza King, serving Rockville since 1972. Dine in, carry out, or drive up window. Come and see us. Thank you, Rockville, for 50 years of business.
We're ready to go.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Welcome everybody to town meeting. If you will, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Flag of the United States of America. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll go around the room, see if we got anything. No? Nothing, Kevin? No. Chase? All right. You want to take a minute and look at your meeting minutes from the last meeting?
Hey, I do not have in here who seconded the salary ordinance. If you guys know, tell me. I did not go back and watch John's video, and I didn't record the last one. So if anybody remembers, I will correct that.
All right. Cliff, you got anything?
You got anything?
He doesn't have anything.
Okay. I want you to walk in and not get that opportunity.
So we need to do the ordinance first. Minutes first.
Minutes first.
Minutes first.
Then we'll jump on the ordinance. They're still down there.
Up underneath the...
I have got to get glasses.
She's still studying. Nothing's left. How you doing down there, Carol? You ready?
Hey, I've been working hard.
She's been at the
I know,
pantry.
she said
The
she wore
pantry
out. That's why I asked how she was doing.
Ridiculously busy.
I don't want her to fall out reading the minutes.
Yeah.
Don't be on us down here, we'll be on you. Just ask Cody.
I don't know. There's apparently something going on with Cody and
I
Becky,
heard
so I don't
something.
even know.
Well, I'll make a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes from November 9th.
I will second that motion.
Okay. Been motioned and seconded to accept the meetings as written. Any question? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. Old business. We're just gonna go ahead and read the ordinance, get it out of the way.
Salary ordinance, okay.
Yep, we'll do the salary ordinance, ordinance number 22-1. 2022 salary ordinance for the town of Rosedale. An ordinance fixing compensation of the town officers and employees, repealing all other ordinances and the sections of the ordinances in conflict therewith. Providing for the enforcement of this ordinance and designation of a time with the same shall take effect. Be it ordained that the town council of the town of Rosedale, Indiana, that the following ordinance is ordinance or ordained.
Just copy and paste on that.
If hereby adopted, okay. That taking effect January 1st, 2022, compensation shall be paid to the town council, clerk treasurer, and town employees of the town of Rosedale shall be as follows. Section 1. Hereby ordained that the town council members, including the president, shall be paid an annual salary of $1,800, payable $150 monthly from the following funds. $100 from the general fund, $25 from the water utility fund, and the sewage utility fund. Section 2. It's hereby ordained that the clerk treasurer, town of Rosedale, shall be paid an annual salary totaling $39,343.70, payable from the following funds: $13,131.24 from the general fund, $13,131.23 from the water utility fund, and $13,131.23 from the sewage utility fund. Clerk treasurer shall be paid on a bi-weekly basis. Deputy clerk shall be paid $12.73 per hour from the water, sewer, general cemetery funds. The salary shall not exceed the budgeted amount from the funds for the year of 2022. This position shall be paid on a bi-weekly basis. Section 3 is hereby ordained that the town employee working full-time as a street superintendent shall be paid $18 per hour, payable from the following funds: 20% from the general fund, 30% from the motor vehicle fund, 15% from the water utility fund, 30% from the sewage fund, 5% from the cemetery open-close fund, and the position shall be paid on a bi-weekly basis. Section 4, it is hereby ordained that the town marshal shall be paid $1,125.51 monthly from the general fund. Section 5, it is hereby ordained that all other part-time employees shall be paid $10 per hour, payable from the funds appropriate to the position and determined at the time of hire. The salary shall not exceed the budgeted amounts from any budgeted funds for the fiscal year of 2022. This position shall be paid on a bi-weekly basis. Section 6, it's hereby ordained that the deputy town marshal shall be paid $600 monthly from the general fund. Section 7, it's hereby ordained that the water operator shall be paid $1,515.80 per month from the water fund. Section 8, full-time employees shall receive 5 sick days per year. Doctor's slip shall be required after 2 consecutive days. Full-time employees shall receive 1 week vacation after 1 year of service, 2 weeks of vacation after 3 years of service, and 3 weeks of vacation after 5 years of service. Full-time is defined as employees working 40 hours per week or a standard work week. Duly amended and adopted this day. Town Council of Rosedale. Any questions or comments? We want to adopt it, right?
Yeah, you just need a
Yeah,
motion.
I'll
to adopt.
accept a motion to adopt it. Okay, I'll make the motion to adopt it.
Okay. Okay. I'll second that.
All right, it's been motioned and seconded to adopt ordinance number 2022-1, salary ordinance for the town of Rosedale. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, old business. PAMP update.
Our PAMP update has been submitted to LTAP online, and it came in. Originally, Brian Fleck told me it'd be $5,000 to $5,500, $5,000 to $5,500, and it ended up coming in at $1,672.50.
How much?
1,672.
Oh, so much
So
cheaper. That's-
much cheaper,
that's
much
fine.
cheaper. It was very fast to update. I have actually not printed it I have a whole bunch of stuff to print. That's one of them. But it was uploaded into and accepted by LTAP and certified by NDOT. So it's good to go.
Okay. Town property for the railroad?
That property, so I talked to Scott, and he said that he had done some dealings with CSX in the past, but unfortunately they don't work there anymore, so he's been directed to an online portal, and he was registering and getting a password, and then going to work from there.
Asset capitalization, Mr. Tippin.
I completed asset capitalization with Mr. Tippin. That also came in under budget. He said he thought it'd be $3,000 to $5,000. It came in at $2,350. So I was happy with that number. Very comprehensive. Everything else loaded onto this flash drive right here. The town of Rosedale is worth slightly over $6 million, which was similar to the figures that we sort of had, but his reports are very, very comprehensive. That's another thing I do need to print, and he's given me all the things I need to print. He actually has it set up in the spreadsheets to next year. All I have to do is go in. He'll come and do it next year for free to update it, but he said I can. He's also got it set up so you just have to change the year, and all the figures will change. It's really quite fascinating. But he has it set up on this hard drive, on this flash drive. And he has like a whole narrative about all of the stuff he used, and it's done. Huge load off. Great guy.
UMAC update.
Oh, nothing with you, man.
Okay.
They're supposed to call me when they can come.
All right.
So.
We just did the salary ordinance. What about relocating your office?
I got another quote from Crown Electric to get some outlets put in. I did not hear back from Kettner's. Crown Electric, they brought me a quote for $920, which is $1,018 less, or $118 less than Crossroads. I don't know what you guys want to do. I can wait and get a third out. I really feel like at this point, Crown, by the time I split it between water, sewer, and general, and I wouldn't be splitting it till January because he can't even get the work done till probably by the end of the year, he said. I really feel like that's a pretty decent price. So you guys can decide what you want to do.
I doubt that you're going to get much cheaper.
I don't think I'm going to get much cheaper either, Becky. So.
Okay. All right. Water meter software.
Okay, so hold on, I'm writing.
All right.
Matt Kingery provided me a quote on water meter software. As I said before, our water meter software was installed in 2008. There is another system that's been installed and has also been obsoleted since then. We've had the same Tough Book since 2008. Granted, that's the only thing we use that computer for. It does make me nervous. We do need to do this. He actually came by today and talked to me. The Badger Beacon mobile program, the software, it uses all, I mean, we're not replacing our meters or anything like that. We're just replacing the software. And that's $8,950. And then it does have some monthly fees, or yearly fees, which are about, depending upon the number of meters read, it's like 6 cents a meter or something. It goes to like 6, 7, it's like about $900 a year just to keep it updated and everything like that, which is probably the way to go. So there's annual fees on that. And then he quoted us on another Panasonic Tough Book, which is what we have now. And his computer price was $3,450. Now, we don't have to buy a computer with them. We can get our own computer.
What kind of Tough Book you get from them?
Well, this is a Panasonic Tough Book. What did yours cost?
I got a Panasonic Tough Book for the squad car.
Yeah.
It's a 2-year warranted refurbed one with Windows 10 Pro, and I bought the cradle.
This is Windows 10 Pro.
The computer itself, just the computer, was maybe $750, $800.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't that much.
OC Rugged.
Okay.
OC Rugged Laptops.
Was that who we did it through? Okay.
Yep.
Because I told him we had bought one for you, and I couldn't remember, and I
Yeah, I
didn't
looked
have
at
time
new ones and they're
today.
over $3,000, and I was like, no,
Yeah.
we can do better than that. And there's a lot of police departments that use those
Yeah.
refurb ones.
He said they had just done meter software for someplace West Terre Haute, and he said they use little like Chromebooks or something. They're little
right.
$1,200 ones.
That
He
laptop
said
I
it'll
bought,
work.
it's touch screen and
Yeah, so we don't have to go with the expensive computer with them. This can all be paid out of our ARP money. So we have $160 worth of ARP money. So you're looking at $10,000 of that for this, which is a great use for this. And something else that Matt Kingery said today, which we don't really think about these things, but we put all those meters in around 2007, 2008, whenever they did that big project. And he said when you replace all of your meters in town at the same time, you look at all of your meters in town going out at the same time. So in the next couple years, we really need to start discussing meter replacement, like 10%
Sections.
of your meters at a time. Do you replace those incrementally to avoid something like that from happening?
Yep.
Which I had never thought about that. But yeah, that's where he's at on that.
Will they load the software still?
They,
If we
I'm
buy
sure
our
they
own?
will. I'm pretty sure they will.
Okay.
I can ask him.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't ask a ton of questions of him today. I was
That's
kind of
fine.
busy, but he's yeah. I mean, I would assume they would, but he said this is a good program. So
Yeah, if they'll load the software and still honor that'd be good because
Yeah.
we can get it a lot cheaper. All right, that is all of the old business. All right,
so
we're ready for new business.
hold on. Okay.
All right,
Do you guys want to? You can make a motion
that's what
to
I was getting ready
accept
to
that
address.
one.
Yeah, do we want to do anything with the office move?
Yeah, I'll motion to accept it.
Okay.
It's-
I'll second it.
Crown Electric.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the motion is seconded for Crown Electric, $920 for the office move. Any questions?
Becky was the second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Let me say this about the meter software, which we can come back to that in a minute. Look, actually, we'll just come back to that. Do you want to talk about the stormwater project?
I was going to after we finish the rest of these
Okay.
because I want to make sure we get the water meter software taken care of first.
Oh,
that way we
okay.
spend all the money.
Well, let's hold on the meter software for just a minute then.
Okay.
Okay. We'll go back to that when you talk about stormwater.
All right.
When you're ready for that. Let me know. So, I do want to let everybody know that I have received my 1782 budget notice. Our entire budget was approved as requested. No changes were required, so that is done.
I'll pass that down. I'm not spending any money on it, but we can go ahead and go over it.
And then we can. Okay, so this is done.
Yes, that's done.
This is going to be new business. So,
Okay. Well, let's cover the stormwater because it's
Okay.
going to be a big one.
stormwater's a complicated business. Okay.
All right, so everybody got handed a map and all the breakdown of the stormwater
The
project.
big map is there.
Yeah, because this cuts off Main Street.
Yes.
So
And it is a lot easier to see on the big map.
yeah,
Okay, so on the stormwater project, John has been a little
Thank you.
unavailable lately, and we realize how much knowledge he holds. So Cody's gonna head up stormwater project should we decide to go with this, and because he has some availability during the day and whatnot. He couldn't make the meeting that I had with HWC with Eric Smith, but Jace sat in on the meeting, and so basically we would, have an inlet formed here at the end of the Sunnyside Meadows subdivision, and we would drain out down here across that property and into Sulphur Branch. this doesn't do all the work that we wanted to do. I mean, but this is an $850,000 project. And so in doing this, there was a couple different variables. There were a couple different A and B projects that could be done. And there was some drainage along Middle Street that Jace and I both agreed that we thought it was more valuable to drain Middle Street than to drain Sinclair Street, just because there's not a lot on Sinclair Street. There's one house that's unoccupied at this time, and so we just felt like we should make that move, right, Jace? And so the smaller maps that you have there that I gave you, they include that project instead of Sinclair. Price is about the same. We can qualify for a $500,000 Okra grant, which would take care of a lot of this, and then we can get a $250,000 loan from SRF at 2% to take care of some of that, and then we can use some of our ARP money for this as well. Basically, if we decide we want to go forward, we would need to put together a proposal for March, an application in May. We would know June to July, and you'd be looking at construction winter of 22 or 23. As far as the stormwater utility goes, we do not have to charge that. We can just do the ordinance to establish that, and then if we get the grant, then we would put that into place. When Eric was here, we talked about rates. We have about 300 wastewater customers. I went through and counted down through like bills, and I even counted places like that we're not currently servicing, like houses like the bank and stuff like that, that those will go online to come up with that 300 number. Well, at that number, if we don't use any of our ARP money and we decide to borrow all of that, we would be looking at a stormwater rate of about $10 a household, which is pretty high. Mm-hmm. So we definitely would want to use some of our ARP money and put that into the mix for that.
Right.
And I mean, we're going to have to charge at least $5, but to be somewhere between that and that, there's a couple different ways to do that. Jace, did he talk about other ways to do the stormwater utility, or was that my first conversation with him?
That was one of the first conversations.
Okay. There's a couple different ways to do it. You can do it by parcel. There's just a couple of different options, which we can talk about that more should we decide to go forward. He was also going to talk to Christy Jarrell, and I have not talked to Christy Jarrell. She tried to call me the other day, and I was busy and haven't talked to her either. So, to get out some more information, the pricing on, correct me if I'm wrong, Jace, pipe is what they're having trouble bidding right now.
It's fluctuating a lot at the moment.
So, like, they're holding pipe prices for, what did he say?
A week.
Yeah, a week. So your prices are fluctuating up and down so much right now because of everything that's going on. It's really hard to get good, solid numbers, Eric said. So, and when we had this preliminary stuff done like 7 years ago, this was like a $500,000 project. I mean, it was a lot cheaper than it is now, but it would handle a lot of drainage needs in town.
Okay.
So if you guys have questions, I can try to answer them. I'm sure Jace can chime in too. We can do our best.
Well, I personally would like to take a month, look at it, and talk about it next month. And if we want to take action on it, I know we're going to have pricing differences and stuff, but definitely want to make sure John's involved and get time to look at this.
Yeah.
Plus, we've got the opportunity to use that ARP money, but we'll keep our bias costs down to the
Yeah.
public. Mm-hmm. So, that's,
Yeah, we do have that ARP money, and what we have to do with the ARP money before we can actually spend it, or we have to form a plan for it. and we have to put that plan in as an ordinance. So we really need to decide what we want to do with that 160. I think the meters are a no-brainer, personally. I mean, that's a small part of that money, and we could do that project without using that money, but to be able to use that money is a great way to keep our water utility where it's at right now. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, we got the money, we might as well use it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's my suggestion. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we definitely need to hold off on
yeah,
that.
just take it home, study it, get all your questions together, and then next month
Right.
we'll hammer everything out, and hopefully John will be back and we'll get his input just as long as as well as everybody else's. So we'll just kind of table that one for right now. All right, what else you got?
Okay, so we have a service contract with W. Williams. It's a company out of Indianapolis on our generators. We've not been satisfied with that company, and it was a 3-year contract. It is expiring this year. So last week when Eric was here, I asked him if he had any generator recommendations. I called Sam Lesniak, and he never got. I called him twice, talked to him once. He was supposed to come out. He didn't. I think he's busy. Rob at the wastewater plant, when we had a problem with the generator, he called that company out of Evansville. Very expensive trip fee. Really not what we had. But Eric was able to provide us with 3 different service contractors in the area. So today Jace called, and he had Doug Floyd out. I mean, you just called him today, and he came out today, didn't he?
He was here within the hour.
Yeah. And he's out of Terre Haute. And, he's Ileana generator maintenance. So you can fill him in on that, Jace.
He's going to be much cheaper. The only difference between him and Williams is he will not take a contract because he's 70 years old and retired. This is just something he started doing because he's done it the last 25 years. So he went in by himself and
But he will come out and service them.
no, this is something he's going to drag it out. He's got his grandson that works with him. It's kind of a family thing at this point. But for the prices he gave compared to Williams, he's much cheaper. I showed him some of the stuff they'd replaced in the past and gave him a roundabout price of what it cost at that time, and he was much cheaper on batteries, pumps.
Comfortable on him being there when we call him, since he is retired?
For how he was today, I would say he'd be quite reliable.
Okay.
He's all throughout. I think he stretches from Farmersburg to Danville, Illinois, everything in between.
Can you ask him if he'd be opposed to us calling a couple of his customers?
I would say it'd be all right with him. I can.
I mean,
contact him
I understand no contract, I get that because he is retired, but I'd like to hear from just 1 or 2, just to see how he's done.
I know he just picked up 5 different customers in Clinton.
Yeah, the city of Clinton is who recommended him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Eric Smith, he does engineering
Okay.
for Clinton because Eric's from Clinton. So Eric sent me, that was a recommendation from the city of Clinton that they've
Oh,
been using
all right.
him.
Okay,
And-
that makes
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel a lot better.
Right, yeah, that they've been using him, and Rob at the wastewater plant also knows him. He's done some work with him in the past
Okay.
too, so
So
yeah.
we already know about him.
Yeah.
All right.
He was talking inspections like $200. Is this a mileage rate on here that he wrote?
The $25 mile.
Yeah.
He said it's about 12 miles from his house to here.
Okay.
He said you're looking at $25.
Okay. Our service contracts with Williams were costing us about $770 a year for each generator, and then their billing was terrible. I said you didn't replace all these parts on the bill, and he said, well, I just have to get all those parts in there to get to your $770, even though that's not work we did. That just feels really unprofessional.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And then this year, they came out, I let them in, met them, they found problems, never notified me of the problems for us to take action. Then when we didn't have good batteries at the wastewater plant. We had to call in this other company. Very, very disappointed in them. So I do think that, with the recommendation from Eric, who has been really good to us, and it coming from the city of Clinton, if
Yeah.
Jace is comfortable, I'm good with this.
I think the biggest thing would just be to make a motion not to renew the contract.
Yeah.
Kill that in the water first, and then we can just go with this
I
guy
make
and
a
see how.
motion that we do not renew Williams's contract.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All right. So it's been motioned and seconded not to renew the contract with Williams. Williams for the generator maintenance. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries.
And then if you guys want to make a motion to
Yeah.
hire Ileana Generator Maintenance to,
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we hire Ileana Generator Maintenance to service our generators moving forward. Is there a second? No?
I'll second it.
Okay. Been motioned and seconded to hire Ileana Generator Maintenance moving forward to service our generators. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. What else you got?
that's all I have actually right now.
Other than your water software?
Other than my water software,
Okay.
yeah. I don't think I have anything else in here. Property, got that.
Do you have something else you wanted to say about it, or do you want to just go with it?
On the water software?
Yes.
I just know that I didn't realize it was that old, and after Tony left the town's employment, he gave me a 5-minute crash course on how to read meters, and I just started reading them, and Matt says he's amazed that we've gotten as far as we've gotten, and it's definitely a crapshoot when you plug it in and you hope that it's going to work. And there's definitely started to be some glitchy things about it, and I think we do need to move forward with that.
Okay.
So,
Is that what caused us to get the zero balance for water bills a couple of months ago?
no, that was Invoice Cloud. That's our online platform
Oh,
for
okay.
billing. I uploaded the bills, and then an adjustment file automatically comes in, and it erased the bills. And it was a really easy fix, but 3 days worth of it was over like a break time too, over the holiday, made it difficult, but it was fine. So, yeah, it wasn't that, so.
Did you say that ARP money could be used for that software?
Yes, absolutely. So,
Well, I make a motion that we go ahead with that. Yeah.
I'll second that.
Okay. Is this minus the laptop and we'll get our own?
Right.
I would
Okay.
say we'd get around for sure.
All right. That's what it is. All right. It's been motioned to buy the software and purchase our own laptop. And I would say at a cost not to exceed $1,500.
Yeah.
That'll get you a decent tough book.
Sounds good.
All right.
Now,
And-
are we figuring the yearly 900 cost in that with that as well?
The laptop not to exceed the $1,500.
I don't know if we'll have any yearly costs at the startup, or if that'll be after we start up.
It should be after you start
I
it
would
up.
think it would be after, so,
It's generally a maintenance fee annually.
yeah. And just put on there that we're going to use ARP money for this.
Okay. All right, it's been motioned and seconded to approve the water software and the purchase of a laptop not to exceed $1,500. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Same sign? All right, motion approves.
I did give you guys calendar meetings for next year.
Yes.
I went through, there are no conflicts. November 8th is election day, but everything else was fine.
Any other new business?
Oh no, I didn't do a water report. I have it in there on the desk, so.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to department reports. If there's anybody else have any new business? No. All right.
Hold on, let me get
We'll
mine.
wait on the water report.
We didn't shut off anybody, I can tell you that.
I guess I do have some new business.
Oh, all right.
Evan Lunsford, who, you know, is the head of the pantry over here, wants to build like a small wooden gated area for our boxes that we have out there that we, you know, we accumulate a lot every Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Saturday.
Yeah, so like a little storage area.
Yeah, and just to keep those in there till we get them broke down and burnt or put in the dumpster or whatever. And I think he's gonna pay for it, so I'm just wondering if that's all right with you guys. I mean, we'll try to keep it cleaned out. I don't want any foodstuffs in there or anything like that to keep any mice or anything from taking residence.
No critters.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
It's gonna help
'Cause
everybody out.
It's been blowing over in our neighbor's yard.
For water, we did generate 86 penalties and no shut-offs or anything last month.
Okay. Any leaks or anything, Chase?
No. Well, last night, I went out at midnight, so there was one leak.
Okay,
That was at her house, so it wasn't our leak,
not ours. All right.
just a shut-off for him. Did we get the daggone wastewater alarm light fixed?
Yeah,
That is fixed.
That was gonna be my next
Rob
question.
The other day about it.
Okay.
good.
Here in the next couple days, I'll look into the water tower light.
The red light on top of the water tower is out. It is not part of our service contract with Suez to fix that. So Jason's going to climb the tower and figure out how to
Have
change the
fun
light
with
bulb.
That sounds awful.
He said he's not scared.
I would die.
Fall just the same. All right.
He will have someone with him when he does that, won't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Natalie.
and tethered probably.
Cliff, you know what? Cliff and I are gonna hold a big trampoline
I was gonna say,
underneath him.
and
We're
tethered,
gonna, like,
tethered somehow.
Yeah.
I'll set
He'll
one up
tie
for
off.
myself.
That's a good idea, trampoline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just take the one
Good
from
luck
my
catching
house.
him.
Go right through it.
It'll be like a cartoon out there. So
Anything on the street department? No. Okay. Now comes the dreaded park department.
we still need to paint the
I
merry-go-round.
know it. That's why I said the dreaded.
Couple things down there. You mentioned Jimmy last month, and I kind of went out and
Yeah.
looked. There are quite a few signs that have graffiti and stuff on it. I was thinking here when the weather kind of gets a little better, maybe we could do a cleanup day and actually go out and clean all the signs.
We have some graffiti remover
Okay, cool.
that I bought for Tony when somebody graffitied all over the place. So
They're
we
doing
have
the
some of
signs all
that.
over town. It's the same tag.
It is the
It's a
same
small-
tag.
Small. I don't know who it is, but they're getting all the signs.
I don't know. Yeah, the stickers. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It's the same person. It's the same thing on all the signs.
yeah. And Jace, have you looked at go look at the top of the shelter. There was some junk on top of the shelter again down there. But I forgot to say, I don't know if it's still there or not. It could have blown down in our winds the other night as well. But there was
I thought I
some.
saw another baby doll up there.
I was thinking it was a baby doll too.
Halloween pumpkin Monday morning, but I didn't see no baby doll.
Okay.
Somebody's brother tormenting their sister.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. So,
All right. Fire department?
They had a total of 8 runs, 6 medical, 1 car fire, and mutual aid with lifer than a structure fire. And breakfast is
Sunday,
Sunday.
19th.
Dine in.
Huh?
Dine in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Carry out available.
Well, there's a lot of stuff changing. The VA's changing their hospital policies and stuff throughout Indiana, so I just want to make sure nothing else is changing for anybody else.
No, we haven't heard anything, any updates from the state, so we're still
Okay.
gonna go with dine in.
All right. Cemetery?
He had one burial. Forgot to tell you.
Oh, thank
It
you,
was
Natalie.
it was Mr. Alexander.
Oh,
So
it was a little quieter this month.
it
this
is.
last month.
You get anything from dispatch? Nothing. Okay.
Nope, she hasn't. She didn't even send me an email, an update, or nothing this month. So
All right.
I was up there today, but I didn't see her, so I didn't get a chance to talk to her. She wasn't there.
Okay.
On the police department, I will say this is, I'm not the police department, and I've had to tell a few residents this lately as they've come in to express concerns to me and talk about this and that, and they saw it on Parke County Chatter, and they saw it here, and blah, blah, blah. And I told them that was fine, but they need to report things to the marshal. They need to call the sheriff's department. So Kevin and I want to reiterate to people that if something is stolen, if you have some kind of a problem, you need to call and file a report with the sheriff's department. We cannot, I'm not the police, and if he doesn't know about it, we can't do
Well, and
anything about it.
I don't monitor
Facebook
the Town of
groups.
Rosedale's page or the Parke County Chatter or any other Facebook
Okay.
page. For
Yeah.
if
Right.
the sheriff's department calls me and says we have a problem, then I'll go check it out.
Right. So
Or if we get a complaint
Do you remind
through
them
you
on
or
Facebook?
whatever.
I won't approve those posts on Facebook.
No, I'm
anymore.
saying, do you remind them on Facebook that you're not?
Mr. Bratcher's going to issue a statement.
Okay.
He and I
I'd
discussed
say that'd probably
that.
be a good idea to
Yeah,
just put
he and
something
I-
out there.
He and I have discussed that, but I just wanted to say it since we're being recorded, and I know there's people that watch this, just to be able to say, hey, we're not the police.
We are.
I'm not the police.
I'm not
You
the
can
police.
call me in the office. You can call me at the office and tell me about it, but I'm going to tell you to call the police. So,
All right.
well, if they want it recorded, it has to go through Parke County Dispatch
well, correct. Yes.
to have record of it.
I preaching to the choir. it's been driving me nuts the last couple weeks.
What
So
people don't realize if it is someone that has my phone number and they call me, as soon as we get off the phone, I have to call dispatch and tell them everything that they just told me because I don't leave the house until the jail knows it, until
Yeah.
the dispatch knows it.
yeah.
So,
All right.
especially if it's an emergency, they need to call the jail because I may not be in town. There might be a deputy driving through town.
Is there anything we can do to try to make sure we're getting the information from the county on? I mean,
You mean our monthly report?
Monthly
yeah.
reports.
I mean,
It's been broken
Yeah.
since July or August.
Yeah, it's been
I've
a
asked Darla about it about every month, and it's not their system; it's the CAD system that Cushing runs. She said there's I don't know. I remember what the text message she said that
It's
there were
beyond
several
county.
departments that she can't
so
get.
it's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
we
county's
have
not
to-
getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that through the state?
No.
Now, it's a private company that I think it's called Cushing, that oversees, that has the software for the CAD, and for some reason, that's above my pay grade, they can't get me the information. But we're not the only one.
Well, I know when I listen to the scanner, I hear a lot.
Not
CAD's
no
down.
properties.
No, we don't really. I mean, it's kind of
Yep.
a cruddy time of year to go after properties. I mean, we do know that the house we have repeated violations on, which is on Oak Street, but it's actually, we see it on Middle Street, that it is officially for sale,
Yep.
that those tenants have moved out. So that, hopefully that's very positive. Another property we've had issues with that's in the subdivision loop. They've had a dumpster out there. Do they still have a dumpster down there, Carol?
No.
No. They did have a dumpster. They were trying to do some clean out. That's positive as well.
Okay.
Oh, the house on Baldridge Street is coming down next to Shirley's.
It's pretty much
It's pretty much down. It's pretty much down. 4 dumpsters in. I think there's some more coming. She's thrilled. She couldn't be happier. It's her birthday this week too, so happy birthday to Shirley. And she's actually gonna be 93. And
I think it's actually Thursday.
Is it Thursday? And so she's thrilled. Huge improvement on that side of town. And then I will remind Mr. Lytle that he needs to get the one he's supposed to tear down done ASAP. I started calling one day and I got distracted.
It looked like he'd had some windows out of it and
Yeah.
done some progress.
Yeah, I think he has made some progress, but he needs to just smash.
Okay. Clerk treasurer.
I feel like I've reported.
Okay.
I really don't have anything else to say. A lot of end of the year bills on here. Oh, we got property tax money today. I was really surprised. We got about the same amount as last year. In sum total, I think the deposit was about $33,000. And here's your bills. I'll give them back to you since I snatched them earlier. Sorry. I snatched them earlier because I wanted to remember how much HWC came in cheaper on the PAMP because I was waiting on another bill. And then I was like, I'm not going to get another bill because she was finished in November. So
All right.
it was great. That's great.
Go back around the room for public comments. I'm just going to point because I don't know a lot of names. Nobody? All right. Has everybody get a chance to look at the bills?
I just now got them.
You're fine.
Oh, and I did tell these guys earlier that we collected cards in the office for Catherine St. Clair. She turned 104. She was able to pick them up today. She was very excited. She was very grateful for everyone that did that for her. And I told her next year we'd do even more. And she said, well, I think I'll be here. And I said, I think you will. She's just so cute.
Okay.
But I don't really have anything else.
Anybody else have anything else? I am going out for surgery January 18th, so I'll be down for about a month.
Okay.
I'll still be reachable and everything. I just don't know how travelable I'm going to
Okay.
be. And I'll be out of town the 22nd through the 28th of this month
Okay.
in Florida.
Well, just looking at it real quick, I don't see anything strange, so.
You sign them? You don't sign them?
I guess I can.
You want to sign this one?
Yeah.
And everyone needs to.
I'll watch one of those signs.
Oh, this is mine. Okay.
Yes. That one's yours. I sent it down earlier.
The only thing we didn't talk about was the garage out at the cemetery.
Oh, like the roof or whatever.
There's that hole in that roof.
No, we need to get somebody out to give us a price.
Yeah. Other than that one spot, does the sheeting on it look all right? No?
The siding's fine, but
I mean,
the
plywood.
Plywood on top, good in that one.
not in that one corner, but I mean your trusses are pretty wobbly, and
Okay.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not a contractor. You need to
All right.
somebody look at that.
I'll
We
call,
gotta
white
get somebody
shed.
to look at it.
I'll call
We need to do that
somebody.
white shed
Yeah.
on Central Street too. That thing looks nasty.
Oh, you know what? You guys have talked about that shed on
Yeah, remember that shed?
on Central Street. They've talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah, they've actually talked about. Is that where was the Cub Cadet in there?
No, the Cub Cadet was at the cemetery.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you talk about storing some stuff out there if we cleaned it up?
if you finish tearing out the roof that's already falling in and put a
That's my
couple
big thing.
sheets of tin on top, it'd be a nice little storage shed.
It's got crib boards in there from the sea, what it's got in there.
And
The
a
cribs keep falling in.
central air unit sitting out there.
Okay, I will tell you guys that Jace and Cliff have repurposed the old Cub Cadet mower, and they've fabricated a snowplow on the front of it to plow the sidewalks this winter.
Nice.
Fabricated, they did. Well, we're paying John Bennett for something he did for it, but Jace has also been through the snowplow, got it up to speed for the year, and the sander. Did you get a new hoist?
No, I have not.
Okay, the hoist broke for the sander. He's got to replace that. I'm sure that was a little scary, but no one was hurt. But they've also got the sander ready to go too. So,
What about sand? We didn't see more
did you
sand.
call for sand?
I've called a couple times.
Okay,
Randy has been notified twice now.
okay.
That is all I've been told.
Do you have the highway department's phone number?
I've called Randy, who does not answer, and I've called the highway department twice.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll call them again. Okay.
All right. I'll accept a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Okay, I'll second it.
They say somebody's gonna have to do it. Been motioned and seconded to pay the bills as presented. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Alright.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. And now the best motion.
I will motion to adjourn.
All right.
I'll
It's a
second it.
All right. Cody, Carol. Been motioned and seconded to adjourn the meeting until the next regularly scheduled meeting, January 11th, 2022. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, meeting adjourned. Bing bang.